Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware these Jayhawks. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Quick release by the QB.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Motion from the wide receiver. The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Heel off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle.
There he goes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Jayhawks want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Hold it, finds his man on the left. He's past the 30. At the 45, on his way. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Arizona State. A great catch and run for 6. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Kansas offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Snap from the gun on third down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gun wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Jayhawks will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Gets it out fast. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Now they'll run the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll send the back in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Burks. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-3. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll run this play from the pistol. Hand off to the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The Jayhawks will call on when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Looking for room, it's Burks. Picks up the first down. Finds a crease at the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're working that left side. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parrish. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down here for the offense. That's caught. It's Camarda. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's.
Turning it on! That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Gets the back moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burks. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Sun Devils will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Jayhawks in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. All by himself. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here we go. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's going safeties? You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wants to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Punt is on its way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into...
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He might want another play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Makes the catch. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Works the middle of the field. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work.
Let's go, let's go.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he makes the catch. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go up top on second and short. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, it just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking for space, it's Parrish. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Snagged out of the air.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Reads it, fires complete. On his feet at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Parrish. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry up. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Using the quick game. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Trick 9, B.
Looking to throw on first down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.
Got it.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Fire.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And his first throw here is incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Leaves it with the running back. Across the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner goes down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running back searching for a hole. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Creates a little room. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Now they'll run it. This offense says it's 4-down territory, taking a chance from the 43. Finds his man. It's Camarda. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats at the end of the season. We look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Offense trying to go with some misdirection in the run game to the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And his slip's just inside that right upright. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Roll. Hey, travel.
Finding open areas. There he goes. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 4 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fight.
There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the and he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros, and get the dub.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number